ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Retro Sesh.
Hello.
Now then, what you have witnessed over the past 4 days is us arrive in Margate and tell you what we thought of what we were going to expect.
Yeah.
And then vlogs 1, 2, and 3, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Which, I mean, should probably give you a good idea of what we think of, what's going on.
Yeah.
But what we thought we'd also do is do kind of like a bit of a conclusion.
Nice little summary, a roundup.
Because obviously we gave you a nice video in the hotel of what we expected, so we thought we'd do the same on the way out. Right.
Cool. So let's start with day 1.
No, let's start with day 2, and then we can go day 1, then day 3.
Okay. We're not going to.
No.
Right, so day 1, we got there thinking, right, we need to buy stuff before everyone else buys stuff.
Indeedy.
So
we thought we would get there early. We ended up leaving later than we wanted to. We got there 5 minutes earlier than opening, which meant that, ideally I think we wanted to be there an hour earlier than that.
Yeah.
It turns out it wouldn't have made any difference.
Not at all.
There was a big queue when we got there, but only for 5 minutes, because as soon as they actually opened the doors, they had already sent people around and gave us these little wristbands, or stamps if you weren't, hood rich like we are. But everyone just walked in, basically.
Yeah.
So it went from us standing on, fuck's sake, blah, 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 to just, we're walking in. So ideally, we know for next time, we know how it works with them. We can just,
sure.
I'd say arrive, unless we are going there specifically like we did to buy something, just arrive maybe half past 10.
Yeah. And it's not like when we walked in, we saw people like with bundles of stuff that they'd already bought.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It wasn't like Black Friday or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we wanted to get some bargains. We wanted to get
did.
the main thing we were looking for was a Mega Drive.
A Mega Drive.
Box.
Indeed.
Did you get that, Michael?
No. Yes, I did. Of course I did.
You all know
You
that.
all know that.
Yes, so that was a good success. That was in the first 5 minutes.
Literally the first 5 minutes. I think we said in the vlog, but
Yeah.
what happened was we walked in there, 3 minutes, no, probably 4 minutes passed, found 50 quid boxed. Pete and I already had the conversation that they're probably worth between 50 and 80 quid boxed. So we saw one at the base price. The box looked in pretty good condition. I said to Trista, I want to look at that. She got it down for me. Whilst I was having a look and making sure the condition was all right, Pete ran around quickly and had a look.
Scan.
Yeah, there was one for 65, one for 80. Came back, yes, go.
Yeah.
So I was going to say slam the cash down, but boop, slam the card down. And now I am the proud owner of a Mark 1 Master Mega Drive.
It's a Mega Drive.
And I do own a Mark 1 Master System as well.
And I think you got quite excited when you bought the Mega Drive, so then you thought, I'm going to buy all of its games.
Yeah, I know. Thanks for that one, Trista. Basically, they did have quite a healthy selection of games there. Matt at that shop.
Pixel Games UK.
Thank you, Pete. I'm so glad you have a memory. So, they guided, Trista and Matt guided us through a few kind of choices that start my Mega Drive collection off. So there's that. We got a lot. I think it was £111. They trimmed it down to 100 for us.
Nice.
And that was really cool.
That was just the first stall. That was literally in the
first stall.
Yeah, first stall. We already spent that.
Yeah.
And then I think you must have purchased something from everyone.
I did, yeah.
Over the course of that day. Maybe not just that day, but
definitely. Level Up Games, I got a few bits. The 3rd edition of GoldenEye, notably.
That you really needed,
Yeah, I'm actually really quite chuffed with that purchase. I'm going to put that on my shelf, and every time I look at it, it's going to remind me of just awesome days with you, May.
Yeah.
Kicking each other's asses. I'll beat you though.
And then what else? So our first impressions and meeting new people.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I mean, we were wearing our Retro Sesh t-shirts as always.
I don't know if we mentioned actually, but we arrived on the Thursday, and we knew Snorkers was also arriving on the Thursday. So he actually came down in the evening to our room, and we had a little chat. And that was really good. It just broke the ice a bit. And even though I know Snorkers and I know he's already an awesome guy because he supports our channel so much. I've never met him. We just invited him into here. He could be wielding knives.
Could be a serial killer.
He could have been, but luckily he was probably one of the best humans I've ever met, to be honest.
I miss him already.
I know. He left earlier today. But yes,
And it was cool. We were wearing our Retro Slash t-shirts, and people pointed and said, "Oh yeah, hi Retro Slash." Like,
Yeah,
"Oh yeah,
yeah.
you're so and so."
yeah, I know. Yeah.
So
Oh, you
and
did
so.
that playthrough of this.
Yeah, how's
Blah,
your
blah, blah.
father?
Yeah.
All that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, obviously, as we said, I think in the intro, Pete was looking forward to meeting people primarily.
Yeah.
And I aided in that because I kind of had a vague idea of,
Yeah.
even if people they, their pictures were different to what they looked like, aka like cartoon or characters or caricatures or whatever. But yeah, it was really good. We muddled through. We got to meet a load of people, and we thought that was it, didn't we?
We thought that the market stall was that because there was a stage there.
Yes.
We assumed that was the main stage.
Yeah.
The main chunk of the expo. But then one of the stall vendors said, "No, actually, if you go out that door there." There's a lot of games that you can play. We opened a door and it was a whole new world.
Yeah, because I think
I like it.
Level Up Games did kind of hint at it. Yeah, there's a load more. I mean, we thought maybe he meant like coming tomorrow. Because,
Yeah.
It was Friday, of course, and we thought maybe they were sandbagging or whatever, and people were going to arrive more on Saturday, and thus more stalls and stuff. But we had a look at on the stage that wasn't in use that day. They had like a projector screen, and it had a map of the layout of the whole place. And we were like, well, there's that. We're here. So where's that?
Yeah.
There's like a big thing there with all this. Where's the Fortnite place? I want to play some Fortnite. But yeah, it was all missing basically. And then Trista actually said, yeah, go through that door. That's where you go. And we're like, oh yeah, doing that.
And it was just a massive hall of consoles and games.
Yes.
So loud compared to the other room as
Oh,
well.
I know, yeah. I mean, Snorker's has been to a few of these now. Bought earplugs with him.
Yeah. I was wondering if he could hear us throughout the whole thing. He
I know,
could hear
yeah.
us, but not you didn't have to hear the other sounds about.
The other sounds about.
So yeah, we had a quick perusal of the consoles available, and we went to the pinball section.
We did.
Yeah, there was a lot of
met Matt?
pinball. Yeah, Matt.
Matt at Flip Out London, and he then told us about what he does. It almost sounds like a bit of a noble cause, really,
Yeah.
keeping these pinball machines alive, so that people like us who definitely weren't in that era when it wasn't even an arcade that you might be going to, because that was like 50s and 60s, really, wasn't it? And even though video games had only just started in 1952, with Tennis for Two, thank you, Spexy. Definitely not Pong. So that's the equivalent.
We'd be able to experience it.
Yeah. And he then proceeded to basically invite us.
Yeah, to Croydon.
Yeah, to Croydon.
Which we will take him up on that offer at some point.
At some point.
When we put it in conjunction with another event.
Yes. Matt, if you're watching, we will come up and see you at some point, even if it's not even this year. We will do it, man. And we thank you very much because as you saw in Vlog 1, we sat down with Matt and we asked him a few questions, and he was more than happy to answer them. And it was really cool, man, really cool. And that's when we realised that actually all these people are really nice.
Yeah.
We had already met people that we knew, but to meet Matt, who is he's working, he's there. He's got his pride and joys, or a very, very small amount of them around the room. He's probably quite stressed about them because he's running around and he's like, oh yeah, you have to hit this one now and again, and this one you have to give it a right, punch in the front.
The pinball machines are about their height.
Yeah, I know.
Like
High.
Yeah. So gotta be careful.
He's trying to manage it, and he took some time out to have a chat with us. So that was really cool.
Then we proceeded to. You wanted to play Daytona USA.
Daytona USA.
And then I think I'm going to tell you now. This was the highlight of the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Watching What Host Snorkers on Daytona.
Cut to the footage. What you just witnessed is so good. And Snorkers is literally that all the time.
Yeah, all the time. It's not a character.
No, there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. Like I can just imagine like driving, like just doing day-to-day things, just typing at work.
Yeah.
Oh, so good. And yeah, as we said earlier, one of the best guys ever. But
that was pretty much it for day one at the expo. But then afterwards, went back to the hotel room.
Indeedy.
Put everything back. Some videos, and then we hit the pub.
We did.
With all the gang.
Yeah, we did. We
took over the Mechanical Elephant.
We did,
which is a local Weatherspoons.
Indeedy, as you learned in the beginning of the vlogs 2 and 3. Day 2, Pete. We're on Saturday.
Day 2.
Completely different day.
Completely different. So, I was a bit more cautious of my buying. I wanted a specific thing, and I couldn't see what I wanted in the condition that I wanted it, and for the price I wanted it for. So then I was just like, well, I'm just going to buy some games that we can use for the channel. So I bought a load of PS2 games.
Indeedy.
Yes.
Which we play shit games, so you don't have to.
Exactly, the good with the bad.
Indeedy.
So I bought some of them, and then that was a Saturday, and there was a lot of focus on the Saturday interacting with some of the known people in the community. So there was a lot of talks.
Yes.
The first one being Quang and his consoles.
Indeedy.
If you don't know Quang, he's probably got the biggest console collection in the world. So he was explaining about that and how he came to source all those.
Yeah, I know.
His bit about his background.
And when you think about that, like, I don't think he's like super wealthy. He's still got a day job and everything like that. He's just done it over a period of 20 years.
Yeah.
But like when you think about that, there are millionaires and there are famous people and there are like massive YouTubers that do games and retro games, even specifically like Metal Jesus and such, like, who does have such a massive collection. John Hancock, the immortal John Hancock, has got I can't remember how many complete collections of games, but it's insane. But I think you'll probably find that Quang beats him on the console side.
He's got to, yeah.
But it's just amazing that no matter how much money you have, whatever, time is the one, especially when there's limited amounts of things.
Yes, of course. Then we had, what did we have, Michael? We had Trista holding the Q&A panel.
The Q&A panel, yes, with the YouTubers.
That was Slopes, DJ Slopes. That was the Nostalgia Nerd, Top Hat Gaming, Kim Justice, and Octavius. Yes. So we learned a bit about their background, how they got into YouTubing. All that
I did shoot a bit of B-roll on that one, but I didn't film the whole thing, mainly because I was kind of wanting to watch it. So yeah, and it was good. It was good, wasn't it?
Yes.
It's good to know that, you know, it's not all just fields of gold and everything like that. You do really have to strive. And it's always down to that little algorithm bad boy, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, actually, if we go in chronological order, there was something before that. There was the cosplay masquerade.
Oh.
Yes, and okay, so the second best bit of the
pull your tongue out my arsehole, Gary.
The second best thing was What Ho Snorkers again.
Yeah.
You know.
What Ho Snorkers is, I still can't remember where the fuck it's from.
No. I'm sure he'll tell us in great depth.
Basically, he's a sausage.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, and him jumping around on stage, and they did like a prize award ceremony at the end, and he didn't even get an honourable mention.
I know.
Oh, never mind. Some people just won't appreciate 8-bit stuff.
Oh well, but yeah, they all copied one of the dances. They all got on stage and did one of the dances all together.
Yeah.
And watching him trying to learn that.
Oh, that was also
on the spot
good.
was fantastic.
Yeah, in his face, it's just all scream.
Yeah, his facial expressions.
Yes.
Quality. The next thing was the video games in IRL.
We did wonder what this was going to be like, and we were actually a little bit dubious.
I thought it was going to be maybe like they were going to act out scenes from video
exactly
games.
What I was thinking.
Yeah.
Basically like cosplay.
Yes. Yeah.
But with maybe sets or something? I don't know. Not sex.
No.
Rule 34.
And yeah, what it was a game show kind of thing. There was Team Nintendo, Team Sega.
Exactly, yeah.
And they were pitted against each other. Mm-hmm. Let's just say this. There were rules, and they went out the window within the first 5 seconds.
I think they started with just having to shoot cups off of something. And I think it was the Gaming Muso just started shooting at Quang.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that happened, it went to shit, and it was so funny.
Or wrestling each other.
Unfortunately,
yeah,
every time I just went to shoot a little bit, because we were actually sat for the first few talks and stuff. We were sat on the front row, but that was full when we came back, so we had to sit on a few rows back. And our rig that we record with,
Please get it.
But the rig that we record with is like this. But if you can imagine it with like a phone in it here as well, like it can be like a bit obtrusive, and I didn't want to be holding this up like this in front of people's faces and stuff. It was a right shit show, but in the best kind of way.
Yeah,
it was so good.
There was like they did Sonic, and a lot of rings were thrown on the stage.
One of my favourites was the Metal Gear.
The Metal Gear, yes.
Yeah,
Snake
yeah.
Eater, yes.
Yes.
Then there was Pipe Mania, a game I didn't think would be
I
referenced.
forgot about Pipe
Yes,
Mania.
a game that we've played on a Sunday sesh before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we played it on the N64.
No, on the PS2.
Was it PS2?
The PS2, yeah.
So yeah, this game is obviously much older than we first
Yeah, it
anticipated.
actually gets referenced in Bioshock, I learned from Watto Snorkers, of course.
Yes,
The
yeah.
encyclopedia that is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was that much of a cult classic.
Yeah, I know.
And yeah, they all had individual pipes and they had to get the ball to the other side.
Indeed, yeah.
And then at the end, they had the game where basically when you win, you get some lemons. And at the end, the amount of lemons you have, you must carry with an egg and... It was joust. You got one on a spoon, and then on the other hand, you got a spoon, and you can joust at the other competitors.
Yes.
Not on the eye.
Well, I think that probably happened a little bit.
It did.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah. Yes. And Nostalgic Nerd was like jumping off the stage and like running around. No, he first, because Trista said you can't like put your hand on it, you can't like keep your thumb on it, you can't hold it against your body and stuff like that. It's like, okay. So he just stabbed his lemon on the end of the stick and then just ran through it.
And then lemons are flying into the crowd. One kid actually bit into the lemon.
Bit into a lemon, yeah.
What a savage.
What a savage.
And after all that game show experience, must have been exhausting, Gaming Muso had to quickly run to the other stage in the games room.
Indeed.
And did a live performance
I know.
for like 40 minutes.
There was a moment where he was kneeling on the floor with his chin on the stage, just like, and
Conserving energy.
just sweat dripping down his face. And then, of course, he had to just stand up and run and do a half-hour set in the other room.
And he was absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Flawless.
Yeah, no, really good. Really nice guy as well. Really nice. And we managed to question him. Not like FBI sort
Yeah,
of.
not interrogation.
But yeah, I mean it was, wasn't it?
Yes, it definitely was.
Shout out Slabber Sesh.
So yeah, and then afterwards we went back to the hotel and we actually had Watto Snorkers, of course. I mean, if he can be with us at all times, that's fantastic. We had him and Craig from Retro Respawn. We started our new series, Slabber Sesh.
The Slabber Sesh.
In the Premier Inn that we're staying, there's a Brewers Fair.
And then to the pub.
Yeah, and to the pub. And there were many drinks consumed at both venues.
Yes. We met Miggy.
Shout out Miggy from the charity stream.
Yeah, very much from the charity stream. Yet again, another just font of knowledge. One of those people who just...
There were so many people we met on the nights out, we can't name them all.
Yeah, well we can. Ed the Penguin, Kataka Shin, PSP, Mr. PSP.
Daddy.
The Gamer.
Yeah.
Faith.
Retro Faith.
And Partner, which unfortunately, sorry mate, we don't know your name. I don't think we learnt it. Really nice clicky environment, in a good way.
And that was that. Head back to the hotel, and then woke up this morning again, and this was the last day.
So today. Yep. And that was yesterday's vlog, really. So that meant
interview.
So first of all was Trista. And big shout out to Trista on many levels.
Working her ass off all weekend. Wasn't feeling great and still gave us 40 minutes of her time.
42.
42 to be exact.
And I know if she does watch this, she's going to go, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. No, seriously, it's so good that we just mention the Atari Jaguar and it's just boom, you're off. And that's exactly what we wanted. It's so good to have that much footage to work with.
Of one word answers. And we got so much information from her.
Yeah, and as Pete mentioned, she was super ill, and the whole day previously, as we just mentioned, she had been hosting shows and talking to people all day with such a sore throat. She was coughing herself to sweet heaven and spraying some numbing spray down her throat to try and keep it at bay, and to the point where we didn't even notice that anything was wrong.
Yeah.
And I thought it was that shouting and screaming that had caused her throat to be that painful in the first place, but no. A super big thank you. Oh, the other level of thank you, Trista, is setting our camera up in like the janky microphone
thanks for the setup.
Like a tripod with a bit of a selfie stick in top of it with Pete's bag holding the microphone.
It was a mess.
It was a mess, but it did the job. It did the job perfectly. And then straight after Trista, we had Zombie Workshop.
We did have Zombie Workshop.
Indeed, bit of Lucan.
He did as we've mentioned before, he did our logo.
Indeedy.
He's fantastic.
Really
He's
is.
a genius.
Top man. And yet again, we tailored questions for him. he answered them perfectly, and yeah, it was just really good. It's super easy just to talk to someone that you know about.
Yeah.
Because I think when some people, I've watched interviews before where they're just like, okay, so this person's a gamer, and they're like, okay, so do you like blah, or this is your favourite console, or this and that, and it's like, okay, I feel like this person's just written some vague questions that they can just rinse and repeat.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm happy with the fact that we came up with different questions for different people.
Yeah, he was very welcoming.
Indeed.
And with him, he then sent us over retro specs.
Yes, well actually that's not true.
He was going to, and then we couldn't find him.
Yeah.
And then we found him.
Yeah, no, you went to get Fanta and I shouted, Spexy! Because I saw him over the other side. This poor little girl was just looking at some games in front of me, like right in front of me. He was on the other side of the room.
The fight of her life.
Yes.
Michael shouting at her.
Yeah, no.
In her direction.
Anyway, then yes, we did Spexy, and we did the interview as well.
Yeah. I know, another great guy gave us his time.
I know, yeah.
And he's another wealth of knowledge.
I know, they all are, man.
Yeah.
They make us feel like 6-year-olds.
We're the young'uns.
I know, and like we're starting on like, I mean, really, I know you played the Specky a little bit when you were younger, and I know I played DOS games quite a bit.
Yeah.
But really, you were SNES.
Definitely.
And I was Mega Drive.
See, I thought that was like really retro.
I know, I thought retro, man. And no, these...
And then there's people that have played these consoles. I understand that because they're older, but then these people actually know so much about like the history,
the lore,
the actual like mechanics of these consoles and the games.
It's amazing. It's amazing, and it's literally an honour to have these people just welcome you into what feels like their arms.
Yeah.
Like, oh, don't worry, Bubby. We'll teach you how to play games properly. Well, no one can ever do that. But yeah, no, it's really good.
And
What was
then
next?
what we did was Michael went over to get Retrofix.
Oh yeah, Retrofix.
And came back with Ashens.
Yeah. So I said Trista's got a tripod set up for us because then I thought that might, he knows I'm not a complete mentalist. If I'm Trista's friend. And yeah, he was more than happy to once he had finally figured out how to send money to the charity because the Wi-Fi was crap. We interviewed him.
Yes. I mean, unexpected interview of Ashens.
Yeah.
And he was also getting hounded during our interview.
In fact, nearly all of the interviews, there was just someone that would walk right in front of the camera. Because the thing is, we're stood next to the stage, and that's why they're seating behind us in those interviews. And we've got the tripod scenario set up there, but it looks like there's just 3 guys just stood there.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hi, yeah, blah 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 blah.
But that section anyway, and in any case, is all kind of barriered off.
Yeah.
But today, when we're doing interviews there, and even when there was the one with Trista, because it was the first one of the day, we were still getting the set right. We were so close to the stage.
We must have been about 2 foot away from the camera, and someone walked between us.
Yeah.
Like.
This country.
And then Trista said they actually shouldn't even be walking through there anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know what? Doesn't matter. We met awesome people. We still got all the questions done.
And
we're all alive.
The Ashens interview was great.
Okay. Yes.
And we actually had earlier than that, we had the Gaming Muso.
Oh shit! Yeah, Gaming Muso. Wow. Do you like music?
Do you like gaming?
Yeah. Are you a gaming muso?
And then, so that was the interviews out the way. And we actually had some spare time.
We did.
So
we played some games.
Yeah, went out in the games room.
Yeah.
And what did we? We played on an Atari Jaguar.
We did.
Yeah, that was getting bigged up throughout the whole expo.
Yeah,
so, yeah,
in that YouTuber thing, they had like an argument. Well, not an argument, but Trista obviously very much loves it, and the rest of them are like. So, yeah. So, and in the interview with Trista just earlier on, a couple hours before, when we asked her about there are questions about the Atari Jaguar. You'll have to watch it.
Yeah.
She was very much saying, "You're all idiots for not even trying to play it. There's one in there. Go and do it now."
So we did.
Yeah,
and just went around the other consoles and had a little go. There wasn't as many people on the Sunday, so there was a lot of empty seats. So we could quickly sit down.
Yeah.
Play on a console quickly, just to say we'd done it, and yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. There were many, unfortunately, a lot of weird Japanese games and maybe even Chinese games and just weird things with controllers that you hold like this, and then there's like a spinny top, so you have to do it like you're trying to crack some pepper or something.
Yeah.
And we tried playing them, and it was like, oh yeah, this looks good, and I'm never going to get to play this again. What the hell's going on? How do you start the game? We tried it. We played on many systems.
Some of these consoles are 50 years old, so it's like they're not all expected to work
exactly. Either. Yeah. But I mean, I hands up, it's definitely us. That was probably the issue with those.
100%.
Yeah.
Like a ColecoVision. And that, like, I'm never going to buy that, go out of my way and buy that. Well, actually, you never know. Watch out for that system sesh.
Yeah, he's going to be on eBay in 5 minutes.
So yeah, we did that, and then as we were saying bye to everyone, we went to the market stalls to say bye. And, oh, just before we did that, actually, as we were leaving the games room, we did see Quang doing what he does.
Oh yes,
playing Tetris. And I was like, oh, I need to have a quick look at this because he's meant to be very good.
Yeah.
And we came in, and he was near the top. He was playing 2-player attack.
He was probably like 3 or 4 lines away from death.
Yeah. And
he was just bringing it. He just brought it right back down.
Shoot, fuck death.
And the poor guy next to him was just actually higher in points.
Yeah.
But he had like
suddenly
he must have had about 10 lines just filled with uselessness.
Yeah, the scale was changed.
He
he defeated him last minute.
And like jumped up. Yes.
On the brink of defeat.
Yeah.
So we went back to the market stall.
Yeah.
We said bye to him. We went back to the market stalls, and of course, when we were saying bye to the market stall people, had to make some impulse purchases.
We did.
So we did that.
Yes, which you can see at the end of the vloggy What's It yesterday.
So that was the Play Expo. That was the roundup.
Indeedy.
Go back and watch our other vlogs to see them more in detail.
Yeah. And of course, we've recorded so much footage.
So check out the vids.
Check out the vids.
And we will see you soon.
Bye.